Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello crypto friends, hope you're doing well out there on this Thursday afternoon here on the East Coast of the United States of America. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum Litecoin, and Binance BNB, which has continued to hold very well to its gains after the breakout. And as the thumbnail alludes to in the video today, this is the last hope for the bulls to hold the daily higher low. So as we know, on any trend change, we need a higher low and a higher high. We had the bounce. We knew the bounce was going to do nothing but set just another lower high because we were coming off of the low and we're coming from a downtrend. So the higher low is needed, which the bulls are attempting to pull off. And then we have to break the high of this bounce to see continuation and follow through. So that low of the original dump was down at 6,450. And now the bulls are trying to pull off a higher low at 6,568. And we are looking at a weak setup initially right now on the shorter term time frames. So just looking at the 4-hour chart, we have an inside bar that just formed. We're going to be watching for how this inside bar breaks. If we get a bull break, key resistance will be 6,933, the top that we have seen on this bull move over really all today. So the range that I'm watching is the first things first, the 4-hour inside bar. And then if we get a bull break, we have to break 6,933. If we get a bear break, the odds that we break the support at the low of today and then the low of 6,450 will increase. It already favors this scenario. The bulls are just trying to form an equilibrium on the daily time frame. Really, that's their goal for right now. So they're trying to get to a point where we can look at it at a 50-50 perspective in terms of percentage chance on which direction we're going to break. So the odds still favor the bears. There is absolutely no doubt about that. And it's up to the bulls to prove themselves all night tonight. They have to break that 6,933 and hold higher lows in order for this daily chart, again, to try and follow through from this bullish reversal candlestick to maintain a higher low. But the shorter term time frames are not giving us the confidence that the bulls want to see. It's still a no trade zone for me personally. You know, I could be making trades right now and putting a tight stop loss and making an entry and keeping my risk small. But again, the odds are against the bulls, so that's not something I'm doing. If we see bear breaks, the RSI has cooled off enough on the hourly and 4-hour time frame that bears are still having plenty of entry opportunities on these breaks. So the 4-hour inside bar was a bear break entry signal yesterday. We had further weakness this morning with plenty of entry opportunities. And where we stand right now, I personally would only be entering if we broke the 4-hour inside bar bearish. So checking Ethereum, same thing. We have to form this higher low. Again, it's the last chance, really, because if it doesn't form here and the bears keep control, we're going to be testing our daily lows sooner rather than later, probably tomorrow. So support is 360 and 366.54 in order for the trend to change. We have the 4-hour inside bar, same setup as Bitcoin. Key resistance will be 387.20. If we get a bull break of the 4-hour inside bar, we have to break that resistance for the daily chart to get the follow through needed for that higher low to have a bit more confidence. Hourly time frame shows the tightening range, low, high of the bounce, higher low, and just tightening up with that 4-hour inside bar. So patiently waiting. If you are in bullish or bearish positions, stops are set. And potential entry in a bearish position on a break. I don't even like a bull entry on a bull break personally. Doesn't mean there won't be a small opportunity for a couple percent on that break. But again, it's not something I'm going to stay up at night for unless the trade opportunity smacks me in the face these days with what the daily chart trend is. I'm not making any bullish entries or going out of my way to put in any extra effort to try and make bullish entries until it's easy. We can wait for it to be easy, and that will be when the trend changes. And I keep saying it, you know, I don't know when the bottom's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 6,000 or 2,000, but when the bottom is hit, there will be 100% opportunity. So if you're sitting with all cash in your account, you can be very confident and patient saying, all right, I'm just going to wait for the trend change, and then I'm going to make 100%. And it's going to take a while, potentially, but That's the confidence that we can have once the low is hit with the amount of the bounce that we will see from these levels. Litecoin, daily time frame, higher lows are more clear because we've made a stronger bull break. We have more space before we break support on the way back down. So I'm looking at support, the low, which was down at 109.27. Then we had a higher low at 110.01, and now trying for another higher low at 113.75. 4-hour time frame, inside bar to be watching. Key resistance after, if we get a bull break, we'll be up here at 122.87. So we have 4-hour inside bars on all of the big three. We have the resistance level to be watching after a bull break if we get it. And in terms of support, we can be watching the low of the 4-hour candlesticks that are forming the inside bars. But again, the odds will favor a break. So where we stand out of these big three, if Bitcoin makes a bull break, Litecoin is poised to perform the best. If we see it make a bear break, Ethereum is poised to perform the best for the bears because it is weaker. So we have Bitcoin in the middle, we have our stronger and weaker name on either side, and we're watching patiently for how we're going to break. BNB BTC, so clear higher lows on the daily time frame. If I were in this trend or this trade, riding this trend, congrats for strong hands, but that's the most important support level for me, 1673. If we break 1673, we lose the daily higher low pattern, and that will be a shift on the 4-hour time frame to a lower high and then a lower low if that were to break. So that's the key support level. That's the must hold right now. Resistance is 1856, and then the high that we've seen, 1888. So a couple of resistances, clear key support. You could even have tighter stop losses if you want to use the 4-hour higher low most recently. That's at 17.7. So it all depends on how much risk to how much reward you want to have on that trade. The bulls are definitely still in control, but this daily chart is due for consolidation sooner rather than later, just because we've been running so strong. And last time we consolidated for 5 days before continuation. This time we only consolidated very briefly for 2 days, trying for continuation, not really getting it just yet. So stalling out, no bear signals, but slowing down momentum is very clear in this scenario. So let's look at the longer term time frames for the big three again, as this is a quick video. If we lose the daily higher low, which again is the last stand right now, where we're seeing the bulls attempt to hold this daily higher low, if we hold it and break the daily lower high pattern for these bulls, the weekly chart, let's see, what's that price again? So the daily lower high to break is 7,520. The weekly chart would then put us in a more favorable for an equilibrium scenario if that's how it plays out. So breaking the daily lower highs and changing the daily trend would have us be looking for a weekly bounce back towards around 9,000 or so to see our low of the pullback, high of the bounce, higher low, and then lower high if we change the daily trend. Again, that's a big if. The odds do not favor it. The bulls have a ton of work to do. They need increasing volume to gain confidence. But that would be the scenario. If we get the bear break of the daily chart, we're going to be heading back down to test this recent low of 5,873. And the bulls really want to hold that level just because in terms of time of how long it would take to change the weekly trend back to favor the bulls, going from a weekly equilibrium pattern, that's something that could break bullish in May, later May or early June. Whereas if we break bearish and drop down below 5,873, we're back to square one, where we're going to have to form a bounce to reverse the trend. We're going to have to set a new low, bounce and set a lower high, set a higher low and a higher high. So that would just extend the amount of time it would take for a trend change to occur on the weekly. So essentially, if we can form the equilibrium and hold support, we're looking at end of May, early June. And these are obviously just, estimated guesses. And if we see a bear break, that could extend it all the way towards, the end of the summer, fall, or winter before we get a trend change on the weekly time frame back to the bulls. So that's where we stand on all of these names. Remember to always continue to do good things out there. Tried to buy some tacos for a homeless woman last night, but by the time I got outside with 3 delicious tacos, she had disappeared, which kind of bummed me out, but that was her choice. So today's good thing, I'm going to go plant some seeds again. It's still starting to be spring out there. Made that pollinator video recently. And again, if you have a space in your yard, any little garden space, anything, just buy some wildflower seeds and throw them down and keep them damp for a couple weeks. And then that's all you have to do, depending on your region, of course. And then you can pick flowers for people, maybe a pretty girl or pretty boy, And then next thing you know, you get a hot date and you're married, all because you planted some seeds outside. Give it a shot. Could change your life. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.